There is a question that many women over the age of 50 have asked themselves at least once, sometimes silently, standing in front of the mirror or in front of a clothing rack in a store. Patterned wide-leg pants look beautiful. They look relaxed and free-spirited. But are they really right for me? Will they look too busy? Make my figure appear heavier? Or make me seem as if I am trying too hard to look young? And quite a few women choose the safer option of turning away, simply out of fear of making the wrong choice. But fashion after the age of 50 is no longer about right or wrong by rigid standards. It is about understanding yourself, understanding your body, understanding your rhythm of life, and most importantly, understanding how you want to feel each day when you step out of the house. Patterned wide-leg pants are not an easy piece to wear. Yet precisely because of that, when they are understood and chosen correctly, they can become one of the most interesting items a woman over 50 can own. This article is not meant to persuade you that you must wear patterned wide-leg pants, nor is it meant to forbid you from wearing them. Its only purpose is to help you see more clearly, so that if you choose them, you do so with awareness and confidence. Not because of trends or because someone says, this is what suits your age. Why patterned wide-leg pants often make women over 50 hesitant. Women after the age of 50 are not lacking in aesthetic sense. On the contrary, they are often very refined. But it is precisely this refinement that makes them much more cautious when facing unsafe fashion items. Wide-leg pants already have a certain volume. When patterns are added, especially large motifs or high-contrast colors, a sense of visual clutter and heaviness can easily appear. For many women, just a quick glance is enough to worry that they might look shorter, bigger, or less polished. Another fear comes from old-fashioned memories. Many women have lived through periods when patterned pants were associated with loudness, poor taste, or were labelled as old lady clothes. Those images linger subconsciously and make many women today hesitate to try, even when the pants themselves are actually beautiful. There is also a psychological factor. After 50, many women no longer want to be the centre of attention. They want elegance, calmness, and comfort. And in common perception, patterns often equal boldness. That boldness, if not well controlled, can make the wearer feel insecure. All of these reasons have pushed patterned wide-leg pants to the outside-the-door position in many midlife wardrobes. But in reality, patterned wide-leg pants are not as difficult as you think. The most important thing to clarify is that not all patterned wide-leg pants are the same, and not every pattern is visually chaotic or unsophisticated. Modern fashion has changed significantly. Today's patterns are no longer limited to large florals or sharp geometric designs. There are soft, abstract prints, nature-inspired patterns in gentle colors, and designs that are simply subtle variations within the same color family. When patterns are well balanced, wide-leg pants become extremely flattering. The drape of the fabric helps conceal the thighs and knees. Patterns, when placed correctly and proportioned well, help divert attention away from areas many women feel less confident about after 50. More importantly, patterned wide-leg pants offer something that plain pants rarely do. They bring a sense of vitality, movement, and rhythm. As you walk, the fabric sways lightly. The pattern moves with you, creating softness and a very feminine feel. The question is not whether you should or should not wear them. The question is whether you are choosing the right style for yourself. Who truly suits patterned wide leg pants? There is no single body type that is allowed to wear patterned wide leg pants. But not everyone looks good in them in the same way. For women with an average or moderately tall stature, patterned wide leg pants are a great advantage if the length is chosen correctly. When the hem lightly touches the instep or sits near the ankle, the overall look feels well balanced. For petite or smaller framed women, patterned wide leg pants are still wearable, but proportions require more attention. The legs should not be overly wide, the patterns should not be too large, and a higher waist helps create a leg lengthening effect. For women with fuller hips and thighs, patterned wide leg pants are actually a smart choice. Patterns help disperse visual focus, while the loose silhouette avoids clinging to problem areas. On the other hand, very slender women may need to be cautious. Overly wide pants combined with strong patterns can make the overall look feel unanchored. In this case, smaller patterns, softer colours, and pairing with a more structured top work better. What patterns are safe for midlife? This is the most crucial part, because patterns determine about 80% of the success or failure of the pants. The safest patterns for midlife women tend to have a slow visual rhythm. That means they are not too dense, not too high contrast, and do not create strong visual movement. Small florals, stylized flowers, and nature-inspired prints are excellent choices. They usually feel soft, feminine, and do not appear overly youthful. Geometric patterns can work as well, but they should be softer, rounded, or evenly repeated rather than sharp or aggressive. Avoid bold zigzags, thick diagonal stripes, or harsh color blocks. One particularly suitable option for midlife women is tone-on-tone patterns, where the print stays within the same color family, differing only in lightness and depth. Up close, these patterns are interesting. From a distance, they appear very elegant. The background color of the pants is also extremely important. Dark bases such as navy, chocolate brown, charcoal grey, or deep beige are generally easier to wear than white or very light backgrounds. Dark bases allow patterns to settle rather than jump out. Which wide leg silhouettes to choose and which to avoid. Not all wide leg pants are the same. There are many variations. Straight wide leg pants with moderate width are the easiest to wear. The line falls straight from the hips without excessive flare, creating a clean and balanced look. Palazzo pants are very wide, flowing, and soft, ideal for those who enjoy a relaxed, artistic style. However, this silhouette usually requires height or at least well-balanced body proportions. Culottes, which are wide but cropped, should only be chosen if you are very confident about your calves and ankles. For many women over 50, this style can make the legs appear shorter if not styled carefully. Avoid pants that are both very wide and made from stiff fabric. When the fabric lacks fluidity, patterns tend to look rigid, creating a heavy, blocky effect. How to style patterned wide leg pants without going too far? The most important principle is to let the pants be the main character. When the pants have patterns, the top should be simple. Solid colours, neutral tones, and clean silhouettes help balance the outfit. Plain shirts, quality t-shirts, or single-colour silk tops all work well. Tucking in the top or choosing a length that hits at the right point helps maintain good proportions. Tops that are too long and completely cover the hips can make the body look swallowed. Shoes should also stay simple. Clean designs in neutral colors keep the overall look elegant. Avoid overly decorative shoes when the pants already carry visual interest. Accessories should be minimal accents. A simple bag, small earrings, and a delicate watch are enough. When patterned wide-leg pants are not the best choice, there are moments when patterned wide-leg pants are not ideal. In highly formal settings, such as important meetings or ceremonial events, plain pants or solid color dresses are usually more appropriate. On days when you feel tired and do not want to think too much about styling, patterned pants can feel draining. On such days, plain pants are a more comfortable companion. If you are still not accustomed to wearing patterns, do not force yourself. Fashion is not a test of courage. Patterned wide-leg pants and the mindset of midlife women, there is something very interesting about how we view clothing. It often reflects our mindset at a given stage of life. When women over 50 begin to open themselves to patterned wide-leg pants, many realize that it is not just a change in their wardrobe, it is a sign that they are allowing themselves to be softer, more flexible, and less hard on themselves. At a deeper level, patterns represent an acceptance that life is not just one color. After many years of structure, responsibility, and defined roles, many women at this age finally allow themselves to move more gently, not to attract attention, but to feel that they are still alive, still moving, still choosing small joys for themselves. So, should you choose them or not? Patterned wide-leg pants are not a mandatory item in a midlife woman's wardrobe, but they absolutely deserve a chance. If you understand your body, understand the style you want to pursue, and choose the right patterns, they can become a piece that brings freshness, lightness, and interest into your everyday life. And if you do not like them, that is perfectly fine. Fashion at this age is no longer about chasing trends. It is about the freedom to choose what makes you feel comfortable. What matters most is not whether the pants you wear have patterns or not. It is whether, when you step out of the house, you feel like yourself, comfortable enough, confident enough, and happy enough with that choice. Remember to subscribe to the channel and hit like to support me.